What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Almost lost my balance. Concept Car Report, where we talk about cool concept cars and crazy cool cars. Yes. So today's crazy cool car is the Opel Speedster. This is a pretty cool car here. The Opel Speedster is Opel's modern introduction into the sports car world. Also known as the Vauxhall VX220, the Speedster was co-developed with Lotus, as well as assembled and produced in Lotus's factory in Hethel, Norfolk, England. And if that weren't enough, the Opel Speedster / Vauxhall VX220 shares the same platform with many other Lotus vehicles, such as the Lotus Exige, the Lotus 211, the Lotus Europa S, and even two other different manufactured vehicles, such as the Hennessy Venom GT and the Tesla Roadster. In 1999, the Speedster made a debut as a concept car at the Geneva Motor Show and went into production in 2001 at the Lotus plant in Norfolk. Though the Speedster was also known as the Vauxhall VX220, one model of the Speedster was seen with a Daewoo badge. Daewoo? What's a Daewoo? This was a commercial effort by Daewoo to also utilize the Speedster platform within South Korea. Though the Opel Speedster was a collaboration project between Opel, Lotus, and Vauxhall, at this time in 1999, the regulations changed for Europe's crash safety, and so Lotus had to replace the original Elise, hence the collaboration project of the Speedster. Later in 1999, Lotus struck a deal with GM in order to have a sufficient investment in a new car, i.e. the Speedster, on the Series 2 Elise chassis that is shared with other models, as I mentioned earlier. So now, Lotus's factory in Hethel, Norfolk was expanded to a capacity of 10,000 cars with 3,500 slots dedicated specifically to the Speedster. Now with the redesign of the chassis from Lotus, the shared chassis used for the new Elise would now house a 1.8-liter Toyota motor. Meanwhile, the Speedster variant would use GM's naturally aspirated 2.2-liter Ecotec motor as part of this deal struck between Lotus and GM. The Opel Speedster itself only weighs about 875 kilograms, which is 1,929 pounds, due to the chassis tube being made of aluminum and the body itself made from GRP, which is glass reinforced plastic. Wow, I ain't never heard of such a thing. Pretty interesting. The motor within the Speedster at launch was the all-aluminum 2.2-liter naturally aspirated straight 4 engine from GM, which produced 145 horsepower, which was more powerful than the Elise at its launch. In the Vauxhall version of the Speedster, it was equipped with larger brakes, upgraded tires, and lowered suspension, and the 2.2-liter Ecotec motor tuned to produce 220 horsepower. Wow, I guess the Vauxhall variant was really getting it in. But what's interesting, Lotus allowed Opel's car to outshine theirs as far as horsepower. The Vauxhall VX220 also received more performance-oriented seats and unique Speedline alloy wheels in a staggered setup, being 16 inch in the front, 17 in the rear, which is also similar to the Elise in wheel setup. Vauxhall seriously looking good here, isn't it? This gave a huge call from customers to Opel for a more powerful version of the Speedster. So answering the demands, Opel produced a 2.0-liter turbocharged motor known as the Z20 LET, which was a variant of the same 2.2-liter naturally aspirated motor known as the Z22 SE and the variant turbocharged motor made 200 horsepower, but caused the Speedster to weigh a bit more at 930 kilograms or 2,050 pounds. This 2.0-liter turbocharged motor boosted the Ecotec all the way up to a comfortable 150 miles per hour with a 0 to 62 time of 4.7 seconds. Not bad. Not bad for 200 horsepower. Both the naturally aspirated 2.2-liter motor and 2.0-liter turbocharged motor are mated to a 5-speed manual Getrag F23 transmission. Because, manual life. And of the two Speedster variants, the naturally aspirated 2.2-liter was easier to drive. Because, boost. Also in 2002, Opel came out with a 1.3-liter CVTi EcoDiesel concept that was introduced but never released. I wonder how that would have been. That would have been cool to see. In 2003, the Speedster was even featured on Top Gear, where Jeremy Clarkson stated the Opel/Vauxhall was a better value for the money. Man, what is Lotus doing? Now, back in 2002, following the termination of the deal struck between Lotus and GM for the naturally aspirated 2.2-liter Ecotec and the turbocharged 2.0-liter Ecotec for the Speedster and Vauxhall models, 48 right-hand drive models of the 2.2-liter were refused by Daewoo, Holden of Australia, and Opel Japan, and all were returned to Lotus in heaven. With the Lotus GM deal off the table and other manufacturers were rejecting the Speedster models, the Opel Speedster was slowly heading out the door. Sad face. In a last-ditch effort for some sales, some of the 2.2-liter return models were converted to turbocharged models and sold under the badge of the Lotus VX220. Also, 2 special editions were made from some of the returned models, such as the Cup Edition and the Le Mans series, both of which offer black leather interior with specific stickers and serial floor mats. Wow. And in 2004, a limited run of more track-focused Speedsters were produced and sold to the United Kingdom only. Sad face again. But sadly, on July 22nd, 2005, production ended for the Speedster, with no direct successor. But it was not until February 2007 when GM adopted the Pontiac Solstice/Saturn Sky chassis, which turned into the Opel GT, that GM had a replacement sector product to be sold under the Opel name. But now the Speedster had been converted front-engine rear-wheel drive sports car from a mid-engine rear-wheel drive sports car similar to that of the Toyota MR2 that utilized the Elise Series 2 platform. But alas, it was a bit over, as the final production numbers for the Opel GT now was 7,207 units. Well guys, that's all I have on the Opel Speedster/Opel GT/Vauxhall VX220/Daewoo. What's a Daewoo? You know, a lot of things had to take place in order just to get the Opel Speedster out. And it seems really Lotus was in a bit of a troubled period as well. But it may have had a decent run initially, but unfortunately ended because of, I'm guessing, lack of sales numbers after a while. But still a really cool car, nonetheless, and still seemed to really make a good amount of production numbers. So, with that all being said, you know, I would love to see an Opel Speedster, or even have one. Still a very cool car, specifically since, you know, it's based off the Lotus Elise, and, you know, it's shared by quite many other vehicles, in fact. But please let me know, what do y'all think of the Opel Speedster and all of its platform sharing? Please let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day.